Awesome. Awesome. We live? Chat, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Everyone's raising their hands. I want to see as many people raise their hands as possible. Show me your hands. Come on, show me your hands. It's only 200 out of 500. Come on, what is this? Only 280. Only 300. Only 323. Guys, I was on TV today. I'm doing a segment with CNBC tomorrow. That's live, national television. And I'm sure this room has more attentive people than there. So thank you all for coming. My name is Varun Maya. And some of you know me, some of you don't. So for the people that know me, I just want to say hi. For the people that don't, let me just quickly introduce myself. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a technologist. I build software for a living. I've built software for 10 years. But in the middle, I started creating content. I started doing video. And a lot of people couldn't understand why. They said, dude, you're a software guy. Why is a software person creating content, right? Some people thought it was for fame, right? Which is, it might have made sense if I was doing one channel, but I've made multiple channels now. If it was for fame, it wouldn't make sense. And the second thing that confuses people is we don't nearly do as many brand deals as other YouTube channels. So it's not really the money that really motivates us. So why have we started so many YouTube channels? The answer is very simple, okay? The answer is it is getting easier and easier to build products. If you follow me on Twitter, today we put out a thumbnail creation tool, right? It's completely AI-generated thumbnails. It's really good. I hate to, have my tongue chopped off because I pushed it too far, but it's pretty close. It's giving mid-journey competition at the heels. Last week, we shipped a tool that can write code by itself, completely AI-generated, right? And there's a bunch of AI tools out there. So it's getting easier and easier to build software, and we've made it a habit of building this software very quickly. But on my personal time, in my free time, I've been thinking about distribution. Because if it's easy to build software, then it's also easy for everybody else. What is my moat? You know what a moat is? There's a castle. Around the castle, there's this water body. That's the moat, right? That's what prevents enemies from just walking in, like storming your castle. It is the barrier. It is the gap. What is my moat? If मैं जो build कर सकता हूँ, वो भी build कर सकता है. I'm sure in a year, Ocus will start building, some of the stuff that I've built in the past. 10 years ago, it was hard. Today, it's getting easy. We believe, okay, and I've believed this for the last 2 years, that distribution is the moat. Not content itself, but distribution. And there is a gap between the two, right? Content is the end product that's shown on screen. Distribution is the trust and the channel or the platform or the account itself, right? Because what effort you put in creating content today, you probably didn't put in 3 years ago, right? You're probably putting in less effort today. Some people are putting in more effort, but the channel is the same. The trust you build is the same. It's to the same place. It's to the brand that you've built, either by yourself or for somebody else or the company that you run. And having these tools that you can build instantly means that people like Mr. Beast can now go out and ship products like Feastables. He can now run multiple businesses just with the powerful distribution that he has. And you know what? It's not exactly new. Times of India has been doing it since God knows when. But for some reason, they haven't been able to crack it on video on YouTube. It's a new set of people that are able to do it. And the newer startups this year have realized it. Everyone's amped budgets. For example, one of the most profitable unicorns in India, I'm not going to take names, is working with us. Because they're just like, help me crack content. And you can see some examples on the screen of some companies that are now going hard on YouTube. So we believe that distribution is getting harder and harder to build. And we are here to help you create that distribution either for yourself or for other people. What was coveted one day as a software engineer's job now is going to move. The software engineer job, in a way, has started to lose a little bit of status now that it's getting easier and easier to do. But a video editor's job, or I like to craft it better, right? The distribution person's job is getting harder, it is getting more complicated, and it is something that is critical to every company. And the minute you start doing it, you are competing. You know how many tech companies are competing in India? Unicorns? Maybe a few hundred. Do you know how many YouTube channels there are competing at that scale? A lot more. 1 million+ YouTube channels, lots of them exist, right? So you are in a hard competition and people want to hire the best to win. We've done this 3 times now. This is our 4th. And you can see that every single time we've done it, the placements keep getting better and better and better only because everyone has woken up, they've understood the value of it, and we are here to provide those people to them. Awesome. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay? And obviously, AR, VR, mixed reality, it's all here. What are these devices? These are content devices, right? These are devices you wear on your eyes. And again, somebody's going to win distribution there. I better hope it be you. Next slide, please. Okay, now I want to introduce the instructors. I don't teach this cohort. For me, this started out as a way to have fun, and it remains a way for me to have fun. But some people have come here and turned it into a way that we can take an average 18, 19, 20-year-old and convert that person into somebody that's now independent, somebody that's now able to move out of the house, somebody that's now able to make friends, somebody that has a core skill that they can take to the workforce, and somebody that has a core skill that's not replaceable soon. There's a reason we built a thumbnail tool and not a video editing tool, because it's damn hard to build an AI video editing tool for many different reasons, one of them being frame-to-frame consistency, but we'll come to that in a bit. Let me introduce your instructors. Martin, come in. This is Martin. He's been editing for me for a very, very long time and understands light, sound, production. I'll let him introduce himself. And then Okus, but I'll let them introduce themselves one by one.
All right. Thank you so much, Varun, for that kind introduction. So, hi guys. Can you go to the next slide? Hi guys, my name is Martin. I've been working in this industry for 6+ years. I've worked in Bollywood, right, with this Bollywood director named Piyush Jha. I've worked with Varun, Sashank, Abhinav, as well as Tanay Pratap, right? I've also worked with companies. I've worked with a lot of startups as well, right? I've worked with Scenes, I've worked with Stoa, as well as I've worked with Newton School as well, right? And I'm very excited to be a part of this cohort, right? And I would like to introduce my friend Okus to come and introduce himself. Let's go.
What's up? I want to see the OG Okus fans up in the chat. All right. Hi, guys. My name is Sheesh Bajpayee. A lot of you guys might know me as Papa Okus. I've been doing YouTube and for the past 7 years. I like to call myself the child of the internet, right? I was born on the internet. I grew up on the internet. I've done poo-poo on the internet. Everything I've done has been on the internet. I started my YouTube channel way back, and on multiple platforms, I was able to garner an audience of 100,000 subscribers. I was also working with one of the biggest, if not, well, the biggest YouTuber in Asia, Carrie Minati. I started working with him when he was at 200 subscribers. I worked with Ashish Chanchalani, also super huge. We have Simon Says. I've also ran a company that was an agency which was basically video. So for Red Bull's Game On series that I'm sure many of you gamers are out there, watching that. Everything for that was done by my company, my agency. I've also worked with Netflix via that agency. We've also worked with Amazon Mini TV, and that's what we have done. And now I'm focused on telling you guys, helping you guys become what I like to call viral specialists. That is something that is the word that I've coined, right? You guys are not just video editors. I want you guys to become viral specialists. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, I want to know how many of you guys, want to become creators, like YouTubers. I want to have my own Instagram. I want to have my personal brand. How many of you guys really, truly want to put in that effort and want to become a creator? I want to see some hands. I want to see the chat. Okay, somebody saying me. Somebody saying I want to be the next Mr. Breast. Oh wow, I also want to be the next Mr. Breast. That is absolutely lovely. What? Some of you guys, man. Okay, beautiful. So the reason I wanted to know that was, let's go to the next slide. See, in the past year that we started Aevy, okay, we have been known as the channel that has had, the breakthrough growth, right? Like Varun mentioned previously, the most profitable company in India is now coming to us, and they're like, yo, you understand videos, you understand content, help us figure that out. And that's also something that I have also been doing for the past couple of years. I do consultation for YouTube on my side for a lot of these startups, right? So the reason we have been known as this people who know content, who've understood content, these guys understand distribution, these guys understand how to do video, is and the reason we have been this channel, the breakthrough growth channel, the fastest growing edutainment channel in India, is because we grow in peaks and troughs, okay? Well, what that means basically is we'll grow really fast and then we'll slow down, And then we'll grow really fast. And then we'll slow down. And then again, we'll grow really fast. That is intentional. That is not something that happens on an accident. That is very intentional. The reason being is when we grow really fast, we garner a lot of new audience, people who don't know me. I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there who don't know me, who've never seen me, never seen AevyTVs, never seen Papa August, none of that, right? So a lot of new people come in. Now, what I need to do here is I need to make sure you guys get to know me. You guys are loyal to me. You guys are like part of this family on YouTube. You guys feel like, hey, I know this guy. He's a cool dude. I know this guy. And that is what happens when we slow down. We build loyalty. We make sure that you guys understand us. We do videos like Cast and Cruise. We do very hyper niche specific videos that are not going to get that many views, but they're only and only for loyalty. So that you guys, people who have just come in, get to know us, understand what we do, the cool stuff we do. Okay, let's go to the next slide. I just want to show you the graphs. What I just said, peaks and troughs, is not some false fake graph. This is an actual graph from our YouTube studio analytics. This is genuine analytics, and you can see how we grow up and then we come down, and every single time we come down is higher than the previous one. So we are here, next time we'll go up, and then we'll land here. Next time again we'll go up, then we land here. But in the recent times, something crazy happened, something insane, okay? We grew so incredibly fast that all of these growth are dwarfed. Like when I show you the next slide, please let's go to that. Look at that. You guys see towards the end, there is a boom. That boom has happened in the last 1 month and a half, right? To a point where now we're pulling 13 million views a month. We're pulling 500,000 views a day. Okay, we're pulling this is the most amount of growth we have witnessed on this channel, and you can see compared to our previous growths, nothing even comes close. Nothing comes close. So what happened? What did we learn? Well, there were 3 pillars. Okay, there were 3 pillars that helped us grow this fast. One of the biggest one is thumbnail. Okay, let's go to the next slide. These are the 2 thumbnails. Okay, both of them thumbnails have a very similar style. Okay, both of them are on a trendy topic. IPL was going on. That's when we released this video, and this was when the Karnataka elections were going on. Both of them are incredibly trendy topics. Both of them have a very, very famous personality in the front, right? And it is something very hyper niche Indian topics. I just want you guys to take a guess. Which one of these thumbnails do you think must have performed better? Okay, let's try and take a guess. There will be a poll in front of you now. Okay, let's take a guess. Okay, let's vote on it, and let's see how many of you guys are right, how many of you guys are wrong. Well, by the way, there's no right wrong answer, because we are going to get into the science behind it and what went the psychology behind it and what must have went in people's mind. Yeah, one is really trending right now. The reason for that is, well, Ambani is in the thumbnail. Everybody knows Mukesh Bhai Ambani. Everybody knows the man who's handling, Reliance, the biggest company in India, right? Everybody knows. Well, let me share with you what actually must have gone, okay? Let's move on to the next slide, okay? And let's see what the reality is. Let's go back. Yeah. Well, it's not Mukesh Bhai Ambani, that one. It was this Karnataka election. And it blew up so fast, so incredibly fast, that it is now sitting at 700K views. It's incredible. This is the most, it blew up. It truly blew up. Nobody could have predicted it, right? No. How can you predict that a video is going to go viral? How can you be a viral specialist? The truth is, I was the one who did predict it. I called it. I was so confident in this thumbnail that even before changing the thumbnail, I sent a text on a group, said that watch me take this video viral. See, I put in, can you go back? Yeah, beautiful. That's a text on 23rd May that says, watch me take this video to 250K views easy. So what happened? What did I learn that I was so confident in my skills, in myself, that I said publicly, well, not publicly, to everybody in the group chat that, hey, listen, I am going to take this video viral. And you can see there was a previous thumbnail there, and now we changed it, and that video blew up. Let's go back to the previous Yeah, let's go to the next slide, please. Once. The next, yeah. Yeah. You see that rocket like how this video has taken off? That is around when we had changed that thumbnail. So you can see how it literally after changing the thumbnail, the video literally started taking off like it was a rocket. It started flying. It blew up. It was in outer space. It's sitting at some 700K views right now. So what I learned was, let's go to the next slide, and I'll show you what exactly did I learn. Let's go to the next. What I learned was that people, at least in India, we Indians, we still think of YouTube as not a separate entity, but an extension of television. If you go to YouTube in incognito mode and you go to the home page, you will see most of these videos that are trending are not exceptionally new videos. They're just Tarak Mehta season 12 episode 1013 jahan pe daya ye kiya. You know, there's a very specific hyper niche television shows that have went viral in, old school mainstream media. So we Indians still think that, okay, YouTube is not a separate entity in itself. It is just an extension of television. So the thumbnails that work are the thumbnails that are like posters. Posters, what are posters? Posters tell a story. That is what I understood. If you are able to design a thumbnail like a poster that tells a story that creates that curiosity gap in front of the audience, you will get clicks. And that is something that we started learning eventually. Let's go to the next slide. I want to show you guys something. You can see slowly what we started doing was every single thumbnail of ours was not like other YouTubers' thumbnails, right? We don't have like these kind of faces. We have very different kind of videos. We have every single thumbnail of ours is kind of telling a story. For example, the Apple video, sitting at 1 million views. There's somebody slapping somebody. There's an action going on. For ONDC video, right? Prime Minister is holding Zomato by it and Zomato is beaten up. There's a story there. So what we were able to understand was if you have poster design and if you are telling a good story with curiosity gap, you will get clicks no matter what. Let's go to the next slide. And that is what I want to teach you guys. All right. That is one of the biggest, well, like Varun said, moats for you guys who want to be viral specialists, who want to truly understand video, who really want to master video, who want to own the stack. I know how to write, I know how to edit, I know how to shoot, and I know how to tell stories, and I know how to make it viral. Okay, so what we have done is we have partnered up with this platform called AlphaCTR. I am sure everybody knows what that platform is. And this platform basically helps newbies who have never done thumbnails do thumbnails at a much faster rate. And what we are going to be doing is anybody who joins the cohort, you guys are going to be getting free credits on AlphaCTR platform, and you guys will be getting to practice and using this AI-based platform to create better and cooler thumbnails. And we have worked very hard to create this particular platform, and honestly, it's giving better result than Midjourney at least in my opinion. It's really good. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh yeah, and the previous thumbnail that went viral, the Modi ji in that thumbnail is actually is AI generated. That's not a real Modi ji photo. That's an AI generated photo. And everybody told me that, hey, I will never click on an AI generated face. Well, clearly somebody is. This video is, like I said, 700K. It speaks for itself. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, let's go to, yeah. And this is something that other successful creators have understood. They design their videos like posters. Their posters tell a very specific story. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. The other two pillars, I mentioned 3 pillars, right? There were 2 other pillars that really helped us blow. You can see 12.2 million views in the last 28 days, 175K watch hours, 41K subscribers gained. So the things that we did was short form and long form, and we went crazy on both of them. So what did we understand? Okay, we have understood thumbnail. What is something else that has helped us grow? Well, what I understood was, and this is something that I've been saying for the longest period of time, is anything that were to be said on YouTube has already been said. Anything that was to be created on YouTube has already been created. You want somebody to compete for $1 million yacht? Well, Mr. Beast has already made a video on it. You want to know how to learn to tie a knot? Well, there's a channel called How to Dad that has also done a video on this. So when anything and everything has already been created, how do I, a normal person, stand out? What do I do to stand out? What do I do to build my own brand? What do I do to become a viral specialist? Well, two things we learned. One of them is we took hyper inspiration from the show called WWE. How many of you guys know it? WWE. Well, what WWE did was we're gonna pick wrestlers up and we're gonna make them into a character. There's a character that has died 7 times apparently, but is a wrestler. He's a ghost, but is a wrestler. Doesn't seem, it feels so weird, right? It shouldn't work. It wouldn't work, but it did. Undertaker, legendary wrestler. Okay? That is something that we realized as well. We were like, listen, if we want to grow, there's already a ton of infotainment channels, educational channels. How do we grow? That's when I decided that I'm going to be combining the two things that were never supposed to be combined. I'm going to combine comedy, skits, and I'm going to combine education. That's what I did. That's the first script that we wrote. And everybody told me, hey, nobody's going to take you seriously. Hey, these two things just can't work. But it did. It did. And it helped us stand out. On top of that, we made sure our videos felt Netflix. It felt like, hey, I have literally never seen this before on YouTube. We went above and beyond. We spent a lakh on a video. We went crazy. And thanks to that, we became the fastest growing YouTube channel in India. Well, infotainment YouTube channel in India. Let's go to the next slide. It's loading. Can you go back? Beautiful. Okay. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. But is that enough? Right? Is quality enough? Or why quality? Why should we do quality? Why should you spend? Why did we spend 1 lakh a video? Well, like Varun said, if everybody is able to create content, if everybody is able to create products, if everybody is a software engineer, then why would anybody buy mine? Why would anybody watch me? Well, the reason they would watch me is because of trust, is because of loyalty. And that is why we grow in peaks and troughs. When we fall down, we want to build that trust from you guys. And one of the best ways to build trust is producing beautiful looking videos. But I don't know much about beautiful looking videos. That's why Martin comes in. He's a magnificent dude when it comes to lighting. I'll just let him take it over.
All right, awesome. Thanks for that. So basically, guys, I have a question for all of you guys now, right? Now, as you guys can see on screen, there is 2 apps here. There's one is Cred and one is 12% Club, right? Who would you rather trust? Which platform would you actually use? You have a poll right now here. Can we turn on the poll? All right, let's see what the answers are. Who's leading? Is it number 1, number 2? Number 1, is it Cred? Exactly. You guys trust Cred. Cred feels more premium, right? That is the main reason why quality is important, right? Quality actually builds trust, right? Can we go to the next slide, please? All right, so now I have a video for you guys to watch, right? I want you guys to watch this video, right? And tell me, is this video watchable, right? Can you play the video? And I have the house lights. So this is example number 1. I have 2 lights pointed towards me and I have the house lights also turned on. The audio that I'm hearing right now is from the camera. Even while owning an expensive camera, I am not getting that quality that I wanted to. So how do we fix this? Let's jump on to the next example. All right, this is number 1. So this is example. Next one. Next slide.
So this is example number 2. As you guys can see, it created so much more difference. I'm using the same setup. I'm using a lapel mic here just to capture audio.
So as you guys can see, like the first one, I don't want to watch it. But second one, wow, it's so fantastic. I love the lighting, the way it looks cinematic, right? That is why aesthetics and production matters, right? And with both these videos that you watched right now, right? Both of them had the exact same equipment. There was no extra lights, there's no extra cinema camera, nothing. It's the exact same footage, right? The only thing that I did is I just changed the lights, right? Lighting is very, very important. Audio is very, very, very important. Your quality is very, very, very important. How you look, is very, very, very important. Can we go on to the next slide, please?
So this is
So basically, because of all of this, because production and because production quality actually builds trust, or quality builds trust, some of our students from the previous cohorts have actually created videos which have actually done well. This video that you guys are actually seeing right now is actually created by a guy from our cohort 1. His name is Akash. This channel is called The Story Brew, right? This was his very first video, 0 subscribers, brand new channel. And this video has hit 10,000 views. No push, nothing. Can we play the video, please?
I have a friend whose father. I have
best
a
part is
friend
he's used
whose
an
father
iPhone to
runs
shoot
a
this
kirana
video.
dukan in my locality. And last year
done
on
this.
Diwali,
All the
he was so
innovations in the
happy,
background, there's
not
some
because he
lights
made
and all
good
this stuff
profits,
coming in.
but because Shah Rukh Khan was a brand ambassador for his shop.
Let me
and
show you another example of our
I
another
have
cohort
a
member,
friend.
right? This is, can you go back? Previous slide? Yeah, awesome, awesome. So basically, this is one of our, another cohort student from cohort 1. His name is Kshitij. He runs a channel called E.M.I Lifestyle, right? He joined our cohort, right? And he applied all of these learnings about production quality, about storytelling, and how to basically shape really good narratives. And he posted this video online. And this is the first video after he did the cohort, and this video went viral. As you guys can see, he's posted a long message saying that this video actually blew up for him, right? Can we go on to the next one? Next slide, please. Awesome. And this is a student of ours from cohort 3, recent cohort, right? Rossi actually started making videos of her documentation journey of becoming a video editor. Her very first video on that Instagram page went viral, 600K views, right? And she's gaining so many followers. Why do you think so? It is because of storytelling, it's because of quality, and the way you shape the narrative, right? Can we go on to the next slide, please? Right. But you may ask this question, is production quality actually enough? आप तो बोलेंगे बहुत सारे videos है यार internet पे, right? So many people are using like crazy red cameras, but then too they don't pull views. What is happening here? It's also about your storytelling, and it's also about your editing. Can we go on to the next slide, please? Right? I want to show you some of the work that our students have done, right? Previously. Look at these videos. These videos have actually pulled a lot of views on YouTube, right? Can you play this? So this is what quality feels like. When you look at it, it's so aesthetic. The colors, the fonts, like the way the assets come in. Look at this. There is a boat coming in. It's all created so well. So when you do this, right, you basically build trust. Doesn't this look like a Netflix type documentary? What do you guys think? Doesn't it? Nice. Can we go on to the next slide? And also there is some work that our students have done, which is already public on the internet as well, on Twitter. Can we go on to the next slide? Yes, look at that. All of this. Let's go on to the next one. All right. Now, all of this has happened, right? But you might still have a question, right? Abhi ye sab to ho gaya, Martin. But what makes a video epic? I would like to invite my friend Sheersh, aka Papa Okas. We never call him Sheersh. Please.
Beautiful. So the reason Kshitij, so the reason Rossi, so the reason, Akshat went viral is because they were able to understand how to create epic videos. That's all I call, all right? That's what I say to my students when, they're like, okay, what kind of videos will I be able to create? I just tell them, listen, you will be able to create epic videos. But the question comes, okay, I'll be able to create epic videos, as you say, but what is an epic video? What makes a video epic? Well, one of the best things that I was able to understand is immersion. If you're able to immerse your audience into your video, you have won half the battle. Okay, let's go to the next slide. I want to show you guys something, okay? Well, immersion is like, it's like context setting, okay? The moment I start clicking the video, I don't want to click out of the video. I don't want to click off the video. You have to immerse me. And the best way to immerse an audience is to make sure the pacing, the way the narrative flows is incredibly smooth. Now we're going to start getting into the nuances, okay? How do you make the narrative smooth? How do you make the flow of the movie, the flow of the video smooth? Have you ever watched, movies? You never feel it's abrupt. Things flow smoothly. Everything flows very well. One thing comes and the next thing comes and the next shot, it never feels like, oh, I'm out of the movie. Why? Well, because movies whole job, whole role is to make sure you leave the world that you're currently in and get immersed into the video or the movie that you're watching. To do that, they do a lot of small nuance editing hacks, editing tricks. Okay, by the way, I'm about to ruin movies for you guys, all of you guys. You guys will never be able to watch movies the same way after this. Okay, there are multiple type of cuts. Okay, that helps you pace videos. There's J cut, there's L cut, there's jump cut. Jump cut being the most common cut. I'm sure everybody has seen it. It's when things go from like this and then the person comes here and it's a jump in between. Most YouTubers use it. That's the most basic amount of cut. But there's something called J cut. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of what J cut does. And now I'm telling you, you guys will never be able to watch movies the same way. Never. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so this is a normal cut. This is called a jump cut. Okay, let's play this.
Go! Time to paint the tape.
Movie called Wolf of
2000 Microsoft going in the hole. Come on. It's alive. It's alive. Hold on to that. It's hot. In. Shut that motherfucker. Shut it.
Right? It felt a little abrupt. Raise your hands if it felt abrupt. Everybody raise your hands if it felt abrupt. 100 people, 100, 200 people are raising hands. Come on. But to everybody else, it didn't feel abrupt. Huh? You guys are gonna lie to me, to my face. Huh? Come on. It felt abrupt, right? Everybody raise your hands if you felt it felt abrupt. It felt weird. If you saw this in a movie, if you were in a theater and you saw this, it would immediately take you out of the world. It would immediately be like, oh, I'm back. I'm back in my reality. And if that happens, the movie has failed. If the movie is not able to immerse you into the world, into the story of the world, then the movie has failed. So what they do is they imply these small tricks. Watch this. How they go from scene 1 to scene 2 without even letting you know. Okay, let's play the next clip.
Jerry focus.
Okay.
Jerry focus. Go! Time to paint the tape.
It's the same scene.
2000 Microsoft going in the hole. Come on. It's alive. It's alive. Hold on to that. It's hot. In. Shut that motherfucker. Shut it. So!
So what changed? You can type in the Q&A section. I'm going to read a little bit. Somebody saying the sound came first. Yes, the sound did come first. So why though? Why did sound come first? Well, that's because this trick, well, it's because your brains is stupid. There, I said it. It is stupid. Because, see, when we were growing, okay, when we were evolving, we were always anxious because we were in the jungle. Oh, tiger can come up. Oh, rabbit can go. Oh, this, oh, that. We always had to be anxious. We always had to be on the lookout. So even if slight movement happened in the jungle, our eyes would turn that way. Our brain would be like, hey, something happened. Look over there. Oh, something happened. Look over there. Like that. So filmmakers did, hey, listen, we can't make them feel something has happened. It needs to feel smooth. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is they discovered that if the first indriya is the senses. Okay. If only one sense of your body is triggered, then your brain does not feel, wait, something happened. So what they decided to do was, we're going to bring the sound first, and that's when we're going to bring the video. So when your ear hears the sound first, and then slowly the video comes, it feels a lot more smoother. And now that I've told you this trick, you'll never be able to watch movies, videos, documentaries in the same way. It's gonna be like, oh, there's a J cut, oh, there's a L cut. L cut is basically the sister of J cut. Now there are a bunch more cuts like this that you are gonna be learning in our cohort. I wanna go to the next slide and I wanna show you some of them. Beautiful. There's, I've just shown you the example of J cut. I'm gonna be showing you, oh yeah, beautiful. Okay. So immersion is, no, you don't have to play it. Yeah, like I've talked about immersion. Well, like I said, sound comes first. Sound just is not, a one base layer of video. Sound is, in my opinion, 50% of video. If you're able to immerse the audience, and if you really want to immerse the audience, sound, audio, if you're able to master audio, you've done it. If you've understood pacing and if you've mastered audio, sir, you have won half the battle there. You are truly now a master video editor, because everything else now starts coming easy. These are the two strong fundamentals that you really need to master. Although I am a little behra, I don't understand sound that well, but who does? Martin. Martin is amazing at sound. I call him the sound god, and you guys are gonna know why. Okay, Martin, take it away, my man.
All right, awesome, awesome. So now, as Okus said, right, video is always 50% audio, right? Without video, without any sound, like a video will just look like a way when you're scrolling reels, right? When there is no audio, there's nothing in it, right? As also Okus said, right, your brain actually listens in basically 3 ways, right? One is through your eyes, right? One is through your ears, and one is through the entire immersive experience, right? You feel it, right, with the sound and all of that stuff, right? I want you to watch this video, right? This video is the Indus Valley report, right, which I created 1 year ago, right? It's almost been 1 year, right? But this is still going viral on the internet, right? This is a cut which doesn't have any sound design. It doesn't have any music. It doesn't have anything. It's just Varun talking in front of the camera. Can we have the video, please?
I have a problem with the way Indian influencers are doing things. In the last 2 years, every influencer has milked the concept of ancient India. Ancient India mahan hai. Old India was the best. We were the best in the world. I agree. India had great moments. But I don't want to stay stuck in the past. I don't want you also to stay stuck in the past. Celebrate the past, but focus on the present and the future. Today, I'm going to show you a shocking report called
Can we go on to the next
Indus
slide?
Valley Report.
All right, so you might have already gotten an idea, right, of how this entire video was, right? It was boring. Like someone is just talking in front of the camera, talking, okay, yeah, I have a problem with Indian influencers talking about this stuff and that stuff, right? But now, with the same dialogue and with the same video, watch this video with sound design and with music. Can we have the video, please?
I have a problem with the way Indian influencers are doing things. In the last 2 years, every influencer has milked the concept of ancient India.
Ancient Indians का mathematics, Ayurveda, योग इत्यादि fields में भी immense contribution रहा है.
I agree. India had great moments. But I don't want to stay stuck in the past. I don't want you also to stay stuck in the past. Celebrate the past, but focus on the present and the future. Today, I'm going to show you a shocking report called the Indus Valley Report. It is written by a venture capital firm. They are also an investor in Avalon, and they have given me permission to make a video on it. I will show you through data and a story how India has grown up.
All right. So now I want the audience to tell me, right, if the first one was better, don't raise your hand. But if the second one was better, raise your hand. What do you think? We've got almost everyone saying the second one was better, right? Because it immersed you into the video. It actually put all of your senses to work, right? With the visuals that you saw and with what you heard. It had a proper dramatic, proper suspenseful, proper emotional feel. But what had happened is, I created this video a long time ago, and this video took me actually 3 months to edit. This video was originally 1 hour long. I had to cut it down to 22 minutes, right? But recently, 2 or 3 weeks ago, right, the second version of the Indus Valley report came out, right? And to my surprise, this video was edited in 3 weeks. You may ask how, right? It was all because of the use of AI. My friend Sagar here, who works with us in our team, he actually edited this video, and he's going to share his learnings. He's worked with Varun, and he's worked with Overpowered, and he's working with Tanmay Bhatt and Varun Maya right now to make all of this content on AI, right? I invite Sagar here to kind of spill all the secrets for all of our viewers here. Come.
Yo, thanks Martin for the kind words. So let's get to the real deal of 2023, guys. AI. So before that, let me introduce myself. So I've been working with Varun and Aevy since last April. I think it was like around April when Varun was starting his new YouTube channel, Aevy. And initially my role was involved researching for content for Aevy and writing scripts. However, I think it was 6 months ago when ChatGPT came out, and I just saw Varun and Achina literally write scripts in 1 click. Like literally, they could just prompt like XYZ and XYZ in for example, Logan Paul's tone or any big creator's tone, Johnny Harris's tone, and they could literally spill out scripts in just one click. And that's when I realized, oh, text content is literally dead. And as you can also see that I think it was 3 months ago when ChatGPT rolled out this browsing plugin as well, and also that's when you could literally do the research in itself also, and that's when I realized text content is literally dead, and I saw a real threat to my career, and that's when I decided to pivot to video. And there were like 2 reasons why I pivoted to video. And before getting into the reasons, I actually want to say I scaled Varun Maya YouTube Shorts to 100 million plus views and 300K plus followers. 300. Can you go to the previous slide, please? Yeah, and also 300K subs plus subs and followers across both platforms and YouTube and Instagram. And also I got an opportunity to work with Tanmay Bhatt, and where we started the AI podcast, and literally in 3 weeks, we scaled it to 100K plus subscribers. And it was all not because of either Tanmay's distribution or Varun's distribution. As you can see, like one of the reels got 5 million plus views. We know how to craft viral videos. And now getting back to the 2 reasons why I pivoted to AI content, right? The first reason being, I want you to take a look at this Indus Valley graph, okay? On YouTube, there's literally 467 million people online. And on Instagram, there's like literally 230 million people. Half of India is online. And literally now everyone can pull up their phone and literally record a video and just put it up online. But what breaks the barrier of entry is good video editing. That's what I realized, and that's when I started learning video editing from Okus and Martin. In fact, that was like literally cohort 0 for me, learning from these 2 dudes. And editing now is like what coding was like in the .com era. And that's one of the reasons why I pivoted to video editing. Next slide, please. And the second reason being, AI can't tell stories through video yet. I want you to play this video of Logan Paul.
Before launching myself off the top rope at WrestleMania and securing the first win of my career. You might have seen the card I was wearing around my neck.
This is the rarest card in the entire world.
The most valuable Pokemon card in the entire hobby.
The holy grail.
So as you can see, like how Hiller Smith, one of Logan Paul's editor, and he edits for MrBeast as well. As you can see how he's taking decisions of crafting a good video. Crafting a good story through the video. In fact, probably they would have had some hours and hours of, like probably 10 hours of footage, and he had to craft a good video. And AI can't do this yet. And in fact, I want you to watch this video of Indus Valley, which I recently edited. Play the video, please.
And today, as we take a look at our achievements, there is a sense of pride, but also a realization of the miles we need to walk for achieving the different shades of independence. The past can give us context and inspiration, but it is only in the present that we can sow the seeds of a better future.
Pause. So as you can see, literally, I could have just started the video with Varun talking to the screen and literally just added some graphs, etc., etc. But in fact, I took the decision of crafting a good story. And as you can see in the beginning of the intro of the video, a lady is talking about India's past and how we should focus on the present and future. In fact, I literally summed up it in 30 seconds of the footage. So what I'm telling is AI can't story tell videos yet. I want you to go to the next slide, please.
Before launching myself.
And as Martin spoke about, like literally this video, the Indus Valley 1 video literally took 3 months, but I edited it in 3 weeks. In fact, I wrote a thread. And in fact, this was my first thread, and it literally went viral across Twitter, got 200K plus views. And here basically I talk about how with the help of AI you can literally 10x your output. So AI won't take your video editing job yet, but it can definitely 10x your output. Next slide. So this thread went so viral that it was shared by Sajid Pai. If you guys don't know who Sajid Pai is the man who literally runs Bloom Ventures and wrote the Indus Valley report. And if he's finding this fascinating, if one of the biggest VCs in India is finding this fascinating, of course, like this is where the future is. Like this is like, for example, as Varun spoke about how Cred wants to get into video, Zomato wants to get into video. Like if every big companies or every VC is finding video fascinating, this is where the future of jobs are going to surge. And in fact, I want to go through like how I implemented AI in my workflow. For example, in this thread, I talk about how I took the transcripts of the video and dumped it into ChatGPT and literally it storyboarded for me. Like one of the biggest hurdles I had before editing was storyboarding and doing visual editing. And now with the help of ChatGPT, I could literally dump entire script and it could give me brilliant ideas out there. And I also like used JavaScript scripts, which is these weird codes in After Effects, and it literally automated everything for me. All those tedious work I used to do, like literally keyframe each and every section. Now it was done in one clip, and it all was generated by ChatGPT, by the way. And on top of that, I used Midjourney to visualize my ideas in editing. For like before, like Midjourney, I used to literally go through Google, sit and search for stock footage. Now I could literally visualize my ideas with like a single prompt. In fact, yeah. Next slide. So let's address the elephant in the room, right? This is not just another AI course. Like literally everyone is coming up with AI courses, right? Like how to prompt Midjourney, 10 plugins, and like I saw a recent course by someone where they're going to teach how to prompt Midjourney. Like you can just do it tinkering around in Midjourney in itself. Like you can just do a Google search and you can literally learn it in like probably 10 minutes. But what no one is teaching is how to implement those AI tools in your video editing workflow. That is what we are going to teach in this cohort. And on top of that, in fact, let me show this live, right? For example, this is a overpowered podcast, which usually takes probably like 2 days to edit. And we literally got it done in one click. We paste the entire video in one click through this tool called Edit AI, which is by Ali Abdal. I want you to play this video. So as you can see, I just one click it, and it literally cuts through everything. Have a look. This is insane. It literally took out all the labor work I used to do previously. So again, AI won't take your job yet as a video editor, but it can definitely 10x your output, and you can literally focus on the most creative parts, which is having fun. And in fact, I want to introduce Martin again, where he's going to talk about various experiments we ran on AI and VFX.
All right, you guys might have already seen the
that we could probably.
Can you go back, please? Can you go back to the previous slide? Go back to the previous slide. All right, I'm so sorry for that technical, problem. All right, can you go back one more slide, please? Yeah, awesome. As you guys can see, there's me standing with a nice little topi, and there is Thanos, right, from Marvel, right? Now you might be asking, why have you introduced this guy here, right? So last year, when we started Aevy, right, we started doing this experiment where we were like, we want to integrate 3D into our videos, right? We want to add VFX. We want to add that Netflix level magic, that Marvel level magic, right, into this. So we created Thanos. Thanos took us almost 1 month to render out, right, from Blender, right? This entire model was rigged. There were a lot of animations involved. There was a lot of mocap stuff involved. There's too much stuff to do, right? And we couldn't, spend a lot. We literally spent that time to kind of output this level of footage. But recently, we launched another podcast called the Overpowered Podcast, as Sagar spoke about it, right? And I was like, how about we actually put a 3D character on top of Tanmay, right? Can we go on to the next slide? Can we first play this? Like, can you go back and play the first, 3D?
तेन क्या एक कट्टूस देगा लाइन बोल डायरेक्टर साहब ने बोला है चल बोल
Please like, share and subscribe.
All right, as you guys can see, the thin kya was like thoda kattus mil gaya usko. But yeah, let's go on to the next one.
Easy that we could probably replace you in this podcast with an AI character. Can we do that? Can we try that?
Hello,
What are you replacing me as? I'm a robot?
Yeah, you're probably a robot.
If I move around, if I do a little dance.
Hey, by the way, you should replace him with a girl, okay? Like one of those girls or whatever. Like there's these 3D girls.
What the fuck?
No, you say you're
am
a robot.
Am I a girl right now?
So that clip is funny as well, right? So look at this. The one from Thanos and the one with this, with the robot and the girl, right? The difference of time is very, very, very crazy, right? Thanos took us 1 month to do, right? But this took us just 30 minutes. Now you might be like, Martin, how? How did this happen, right? It was just by following a few steps. There is a tool called Wonder Dynamics or something called as Wonder Studio, right? From Wonder Dynamics, right? Which actually allowed us to do this kind of VFX, right? And this is why, can we go on to the next slide?
Easy that we could probably
Next
replace.
slide. This is why we are introducing AI into our curriculum. Because at the end of the day, as Sagar said, efficiency is very, very, very important when it comes to editing, right? When you're more efficient, right, you become more creative, right? And I would like to introduce Okus. Do you want to take over the curriculum? All right, awesome, come.
AI is very important. That is one thing that we, almost all my students have mentioned that, oh, I struggle with speed. Now what we're doing is we're going to be introducing AI and you are going to become much more efficient. Along with that, obviously, we have our main curriculum. I want to show it on the screen. Let's go to the next slide. What we are doing is you guys are going to be learning bunch of, AI tools. You're going to be understanding Midjourney and not like, hey, this is how you prompt. This is how you speak. No, we're going to be telling you, hey, listen, this is how you think and this is how you're going to be utilizing this and this is how you're going to be increasing your workflow and how you're going to, push out 10 videos when you used to do one. Let's go to the next slide. Along with that, obviously, we're going to be teaching you our main softwares. You're going to be learning Photoshop. We weren't teaching Photoshop until, cohort 3. Now we have introduced Photoshop. So now you're going to be becoming even easier along with, Photoshop's Firefly and all the storyboarding AI that they have in itself integrated. So we're going to be teaching you that as well. We're going to be teaching entirety of Photoshop. Along with that, obviously, we're going to be teaching you the basics and the advanced of the software Premiere Pro, which is the mainstream Premiere Pro software that everybody, every editor out there is utilizing, is the biggest software. Along with that, we're going to be teaching you the basics of After Effects and the advanced After Effects, all the motion graphics, all the crazy stuff that you saw our students do. All of that we are also going to be teaching you. Along with that, let's go to the next slide. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be teaching you YouTube. I started this entire webinar with YouTube, how to become a creator if you want to become a creator. Even if you don't want to become a creator and eventually end up working for either a startup that wants to break into YouTube or either a creator that wants to grow, having this knowledge of YouTube, having understanding of what virality is, how to take that to the next level is very important. So you guys are gonna enjoy it. Along with that, Martin is gonna be taking over on video production. So he's gonna be teaching you how to light it, how do you use minimum amount of lighting. If you just have 1-2 lights, how do you use to create that more cinematic look. Along with that, I'm gonna be teaching you how to tell better stories. Like I ruined movies for you by telling you about the J cuts and the L cuts. I'm going to be ruining storytelling for you by telling you the fundamentals of storytelling. Let's go to the next slide. See, our cohort is structured in a very different way, right? If you, and I've said this multiple times, if you pick a stone out there and throw it, it's probably going to land on an editor's head. Okay, there are lots of editors out there. But what they don't understand is they know how to use a tool. They know, okay, this tool exists, I can cut with it. But they don't really know how to. You don't know where to implement it. They don't have the gut. I call myself a gut editor. I edit from my gut. They don't have that gut in themselves yet. So what we have done is we have divided our course into 2 parts, our cohort into 2 parts. I want to show you right away. What we have done is we have divided into the science and the art of it. Martin is going to be teaching you the science of it. How do you do it? Why do you do it? Da, 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 da. And I'm going to be teaching you why. Why do you do this? How do you think? Where do you visualize? Where does the idea come of? How do you take the ideas that are in the ether into the reality and make it into, make beautiful visual designs? Let's go on to the next slide. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be having Monday to Thursday, this is going to be community sessions. Okay, there's going to be feedback, whatever you do. On Friday, there's going to be instructor sessions, mentoring, which is going to be basically like one-on-one, because in the past 3 cohorts, we have realized the more one-on-one attention you guys get, the faster you guys can improve. So that's something that we're going to be keeping on Friday. And Saturday and Sunday at 6:30, we're going to be having our live classes. These classes will go from anywhere to 2 to 4 hours. We're going to be telling you guys pre-hand how many long hours we're going to be taking the class for before even starting the class. Let's go on to the next slide. And on top of that, we don't have just live. We have even pre-recorded courses. We have beginners ke liye, absolute beginners who don't know editing existed, don't know that what Premiere Pro is, don't know anything. You guys are gonna have access to pre-recorded sessions that are called remedial classes. We're gonna be teaching you very basics of the softwares. Along with that, we have something called dark arts. This is my favorite. This is for the nerds. You wanna know why resolution is 16:9, why 1920 by 1080 exists, why exactly that number? Well, we have history for you. You want to know what exactly golden ratio, golden spiral, composition theory is? Well, we have all of that for you. You want to understand colors? We have it. Anything, everything that is out there in the video that is for the nerds, that you guys want to just geek out, we have it already recorded for it. And we are adding on top of that, every time we do a cohort, we are adding more and more. Let's go to the next slide. Listen, we've had very high placements rate. Anybody who does sit for placements does eventually getting placed. Cohort 1, we had 71%. Cohort 2, we had 80%. And Cohort 3, we're going probably expecting to 85. The sessions are already there. The placement season has already started. But now I want to bring out Varun to talk on the next, all the next slides. Varun, come on in and take it away. The next few slides, all the details about the cohorts, Varun's going to take care of it, and he's going to let you guys know. Let's go to the next slide.
Hi, everybody. Hi. So, when we started the cohorts, right? When Achina started the cohorts, there was this one question that everybody had, right? How is this better than Udemy? How is this better than YouTube pe ek course kar lunga? Well, first let me tell you one thing, okay? Content-wise, staying up to date and knowing how to go viral in India is not taught anywhere. In fact, once you know it, you kind of don't teach it, right? If you can already pull 10 million views, which we do, we pull far more than 10 million views. I pull 10 million views on my own channel. Opar is probably going to touch 7 million across Instagram. It doesn't make sense to tell other people, right? Not for a low price. It just doesn't make sense. The reason we are telling other people is because we think there is an opportunity for us to take these people, place them into companies, and therefore become useful to those people, and we have relationships with those people, right? Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. That's the content piece. The second piece is, I can give you in writing. Most of you will start a Udemy course. You'll spend 30 minutes on it. You might learn 1 or 2 skills, no doubting that. But nobody's going to get you placed. Right? They're just not going to have the network. Right? And I keep saying this, right? Like, when you go to IIT, do you think the teaching in IIT is any better? Do you think the teaching in IIT is so much better than teaching at NIT or the teaching at Manipal Institute of Technology that I went to? Absolutely not. It's the brand that IIT carries that carries you a long way. And it took me years to understand this. When I was younger, I was like, hey, IIT, kya hai usme IIT mein? It doesn't matter. These are just people who studied very hard. It doesn't matter. The entrance exams of the IIT make sure only a few people get in. And then the brand you have in IIT carries you for life. And Aevy at this point has become a brand. If you have the Aevy stamp, it doesn't even matter if you didn't attend the cohort. If you go to a content creator or a business, they'll be like, Aevy se aa raha hai? Okay, I want to interview you. Because as a content creator, as an entrepreneur, whatever, right? Hundreds of emails in your inbox, no time to go through anything. They'd rather just text Achina and say, hey, can you give us somebody who can do this, this, this? And we get it all the time. Day before yesterday, a $1 billion CEO messaged me saying, and this is an Indian $1 billion CEO saying, do you have any editors available? I want to start a personal channel. So everybody, by the way, has understood the value of YouTube this year. Till this year, video, anything was not seen as an exceptional skill. Suddenly, it's all changed. Do you think, or rather, I'll ask you a question. Why do you think Nikhil Kamath started a podcast? He's a billionaire, right? When I started a podcast, people were like, oh, why is this entrepreneur creating content, right? But Nikhil Kamath is a billionaire. Why did he start a podcast? Why is he doing content? Answer is very simple. There are 500 million people, little less than that, on YouTube in India, right? And everybody wants that distribution because once you have it, you become all powerful. It allows you, anything you build in the future, to reach that audience. Every business has understood it, and they come to us for the people that actually get them that distribution, right? We are selling the shovels not to you, but to the businesses. And the shovel is you, the person that can actually mine distribution for them. Therefore, you have suddenly become valuable, you have become irreplaceable as long as you know how to also get them distribution and not just slice and edit videos. Like Okus said, throw a stone, there are 500 video editors. It is the ability for you to get it to go viral. It is the ability for you to understand distribution, what works, what doesn't. It's your judgment that you are eventually paid for and who you know that you're eventually paid for. not what your skill set is, although the skill set is the important baseline. So if you can see this, these are actual stats. Our average CTC is more than 5 lakh CTC. We have businesses who are now offering like 10, 12. We make it competitive. This is something you couldn't do by yourself, right? If you send an email to like 5 different businesses, would you get the best offer? In fact, chances are all those 5 wouldn't reply to you. But when we make it happen, when AUKUS sends 5 people a CV and says, hey, we're closing this within this week, there is competition built. So in a way, we also kind of negotiate for your salary. And we think it's fair. We think it's fair to negotiate for your salary to get you the best because, hey, you belong to our family. Okay? Let's go on to the next slide. I just want to... Are we having Asif in this? Okay. So for example, we have Asif, who's with us today. He's over there. And he's part of... he was part of the cohort. He's part of Overpowered. Again, got a job. We hire our own talent. A lot of people do a cohort, but they don't hire their own talent because they're like, oh, this is not great. We hire all the time, right? And we have lots of editing work to do because we have a goal to get to massive distribution. Watch this.
If you're someone who likes editing, this cohort is for you. Hi, my name is Asif and I have been part of AevyTV's second cohort and now I'm working on Overpowered with Tanmay Bhatt and Varun Maya. It has been an incredible journey so far, from learning editing from scratch to editing some of the reels that has got millions of views. It has been a crazy ride. Before we go further, let's go back. I have been following Varun Maya for a long time and when he said AevyTV is launching video editing cohort, I hopped in. Once I got in, I practiced day in and day out and sat with friends and joined community and participated in all the events. I sat for placements. I got hired for 100x engineers and then I got approached for Overpowered and that's how I started working for Tanmay Bhatt and Varun Maya.
You know, you can just go to our Instagram and it's flooded with stories like this, right? We make sure that everyone who comes to our cohort, if they've had a good experience, if they've had a bad experience, to go put it on Instagram.
Hi everyone.
In fact, don't play these. You can just go to our Instagram and you can go check it out. It's on AevyTV's Instagram. The truth is, our goal is to give you one-on-one attention. Our goal is to make you a video editor. And honestly, what we've seen is the minute you get placed, the minute you see that sweet money hitting your bank account, at the ROI that we sort of give you, it's like it becomes a no-brainer, right? So even in this cohort, you can see some of the placement statistics, some of the highlights on good companies. Demand obviously is insane. Like I don't know a single company right now who has raised more than $10 million who doesn't want a video editor. I don't know a single one. Nobody is like, oh, YouTube, oh, I'm going to ignore it. 500 million audience, I'm going to ignore. Everybody needs customers for their product. YouTube has the biggest customer base in India. Again, I want to make this very clear. We are a placement-friendly cohort. If you join and you attend 0 classes, we don't guarantee placements. But we do take a lot of the risk there. Not only do we charge you a flat fee, we also charge you a fee on placement. Right? So if we place you, only then do we make the whole ticket on you. Otherwise, we do not. So we're taking half the risk. Try not to join if your goal is not to make money, right? Obviously, some of you might join, you want to make friends. You've not made friends at college. You make much better, much cleaner, much smarter friends here. If you see some of our meetup videos, you'll see a bunch of like really smart people, fun people, hanging out with each other, having fun. You know, sometimes, actually most of the time online, you make friends for life, right? But that's not the important part. Please come if you also want to make money out of this, right? If you're very young, I understand, right? Like if you're very young and just want to make friends, just want to learn a skill, I get it. But if you are old, please do sit for placements. We make our money only on that placement piece, right? We also have things like live video and creator breakdowns. We have podcasts, we have community sessions. It's like a proper, this is not a course. It's a cohort and you will see the difference, right? And I also teach stuff. I've done a deepfakes AI masterclass. I do a 3D masterclass. In fact, one of the first 3D videos I made was super cringe. I've made virtual versions of myself many years before all this tech came out, many years before MetaHuman, Unreal MetaHuman came out. We have a bunch of awesome people doing things. Let's go next. Let's go. We also have India's biggest videothon. We actually conducted, let's just say we invented it. Most of the editors in India know about this. A lot of them come to the AevyThon. I'll tell you what's our secret here. Our secret is when an editor comes and he's part of a particular company, he gives us the contact to the company. He says, you know what, the company is hiring 2 more people. We'd love for, the editor to be, we'd love for some of the editors from here to be involved. We have the largest placement network of possibly any college in India, except maybe the top 0.1%. And it's only because of the fact that now there is demand for this. It is more of a demand supply. It's an economics thing. It is not really a, oh, we have done something great thing. We filled a gap, we filled it really well, and we made sure that all of you guys are able to sit with each other, and you are the ones that are creating the value for ourselves. So obviously the perks of the AevyThon is if you win, you get a studio tour, you get to come see our studio. One video will be edited by winners for the AV channel. Obviously this will be a paid engagement. You get access to the placement opportunities faster. You'll see this, right? On the community, the more activity you put in, the more top of mind you stay for us, the easier you'll get placed. In fact, I recommended the cohort to a cousin of mine. Imagine that. He's obviously much younger than me, 17 years old. But can you imagine that? I'm doing something and I'm like, yo, if you want to make some money, come join this. This is a cousin of mine. So I've never done that in the past, by the way. So it's one of the few things that I'm like, oh shit, this is so clearly useful for somebody young, right? And obviously you get swag boxes. Please don't come for all of this. Obviously it's all cool stuff. But please come if you're here to become serious about your careers, make some money, and make friends. Watch this. Yeah, this time one of the things we're working on is to try and get more girls so that the gender ratio is a little bit balanced, and we're working towards it. So in terms of pricing, it's 35K plus tax. We've got no-cost E.M.I. options. It's super cheap and simple. We've also got Bajaj financing available for those who want Bajaj financing. It's 3 months of live classes. Usually it's Saturday and Sunday where we do the classes, and then we're on Discord all the time. We'll have fun with you all the time. We've got a bunch of master classes from people externally. Sometimes it's people like Abhinav Gupta, Abhinav Chikara. Sometimes it's people like Suraj. You have a lifelong community. You can be part of this community forever. You have placement support, not just for the 3 months, but for 2 years from when you do the cohort. As long as we can see that you're submitting assignments, we put you in the placement queue. One of the things you'll always be able to fall back on, and this came from my sort of freelance career for myself, is I always know that if my startup screwed up, I was always able to go back and do freelance, right? It's like a baseline for me. This becomes that baseline for you. This community, this cohort is there for you for the rest of your lives, right? And obviously, course over time, we will help you, remedials. Like, we've done this 3 times over. You can see the performance. We don't even have to say it. We don't even have to sell it anymore. We have more demand than we can take up. There's one thing that we have added. It's also there the last time. We've actually reduced it a little bit because some people were getting placed at $1 lakh a month. And they were like, hey, because earlier we were charging 1 month placement fee. And they were like, hey, now I have to pay 35 plus 1 lakh placement fee. So if you get placed from us, we cap that number to 25K. That's the smallest job you'd get doing the cohort. Like, I don't think anyone's paid less than 25K a month. And some people are crying on the internet. Like, I saw some people in the comments when we put out some of this placement stats saying, Ayush got like I think 30 lakhs an annum job. And people are like, oh, 30 lakhs is not even that much in UK. The guy's doing remote, right? Like, some people are like super salty. I don't know what to do about them. But to be honest, even if you get 4 or 5 lakhs, that's much more than what, and that's the kind of sort of minimum ticket that we go for with businesses when we pitch you to them. Look, at the end of the day, you're making more than what a TCS or a Wipro fresher would make. They've studied 4 years of engineering to get there. This is a great baseline for you, and you can keep getting better. So we don't promise you that we'll make more money than everyone else in the world. We don't do that. Our expectations, please keep realistic expectations when you come here. You can expect to make 40, 50K a month if you can go through all the assignments and the cohort, right? That's what we've seen reliably over the last 3 cohorts. Placements through Aevy are not mandatory. Some of you find freelance gigs, some of you find stuff outside. So you can obviously do that, but we would prefer you do placements with us because we make 25K on that, right? So it's a big incentive for you to get placed through us. Don't create negative incentives for us, but in some cases we understand. And if you're young, and that's why I said, right, like if you're not looking for placements, this probably might not be the best fit. That's more from my end than yours. We will exceptionally take young kids as well who are not interested in placements or too young for placements. The R.O.I is crazy. It's like, it's no-brainer R.O.I. The only exception, the only reason I would say don't do Aevy is if you're studying in like a top 1% college doing computer science, because the 2 major things that I believe in are learn computer science, get really, really good at it, learn video editing, get really, really good at it, learn distribution, get really, really good at it. Things like design, I don't do anymore, right? I don't even teach anymore, right? And we could have easily taken a bet on it, but we didn't because we think that AI is coming there. right? So we've been very careful about the bets we've taken. No cost EMI starts at 4589. It's a 9-month no cost EMI, so it's like a very small subscription. Bajaj Finserv financing is available. I've got an exclusive discount code for you. Can we go to the next slide? This offer is only valid till 18 June 11:59. Go back. Yeah. So you'll see an offer at the bottom of the Razorpay page. We do this because we want to know how many seats we're filling out early on. Like the payment gateway is officially open right now. We have a cap on how many seats we take. We don't like making really, really large cohorts because then we can't do the one-on-one attention. We have to scale the mentors. It becomes a nightmare. So we will probably call it a day probably in 2 or 3 days. So please go make that purchase quickly. Next. Awesome. Here are the emails, WhatsApp, calls, and Instagrams. I'm sure you have questions. If you have questions, ask. If you don't have questions, go make the payment, and we'll take care of you. Yeah, so the payment link is now in the description and the chat. I'll see you in the cohort. Bye.
All right. Can we go on to the next slide quickly? Yeah. All right, guys. So I just want to quickly, just run through some of the rules of the cohort, right? For people who want to, go and pay, the payment links are already there in the description out there, right? Also in the chat, you can go check it out, right? And if you have any questions, you can directly drop us a message on WhatsApp, right? Our support team will be happy to help you, right? So first things first, trolls will be banned from the cohort, right? If you become a part of the cohort, right? And then you spread negativity and you do like some stuff that is not very, very, safe for the community, right? We will ban you and you won't get the refund, right? We are placement friendly, obviously. We do not guarantee placements, right? You can be a part of the placement network as well, right? If you're hiring, if you're a person, if you're a company or a creator who is trying to hire from our cohort, you can directly reach out to us at placements@AevyTV.com, right? Softwares are mandatory, that is Premiere Pro, After Effects, and Photoshop, right? You need to have this. There are ways and means to get it, right? You can go buy it from the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, right? And it costs around like 3 to 4K a month, right? You can get that, and it's one of the best investments of your life, right? And we will be turning off the refunds period within 2 days, right? 2 days of the classes, right? So 2 sessions, right? And if you want to claim the refund, within those 2 sessions, if you claim your refund, you will get your refund. But after that, we'll be closing off the refunds period. Can we go on to the next slide, please? Right. So we have some FAQs, real FAQs. This you can find out on our website as well. And if you have any questions like this, also you can directly reach out to our WhatsApp. Right. So do I need a PC? Yes, of course. You cannot do editing without a PC. Yeah, you can do it on your phone or whatever. But this crazy level stuff, you actually require compute power. And especially if you're doing AI, you definitely require compute power. Right. Is E.M.I option available? Yes. Is my PC supported? Yes. It should be around 2012 के बाद वाला जो कोई भी PCs अगर आप ले रहे हो, it should be fine. Easy 8 gigs of RAM. You should have a dual core processor, right? You can also go to Adobe's official site where they actually give you the minimum system requirements to install these softwares, right? And someone is asking when will the cohort begin? There's a mistake out there. It's not March 18th. It is July 15th. Right? July 15th. Can you go on to the next slide? The cohort starts on July 15th. Okay. Can I use DaVinci Pro, DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro? See, whatever we teach you, especially when it comes to storytelling or when it comes to, building out narrative, you can do it in any tool, right? But we at Aevy here, we actually use the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, right? And it makes us easier because, most of the stuff is ingrained in our conscience, right? It becomes very easy for us, right? To kind of go through that entire flow, right? So we would highly recommend you install Premiere, After Effects, as well as Photoshop, right? Will we get subscription for Adobe? No, we won't be providing you with that. That you will have to take care of, right? And will we have revision classes? Yes, we do. We always have something called as remedial classes. And in the Discord servers also, we have mentors, right? Who will be there to give you one-on-one mentorship, right? And also plus there'll be a community on Discord, right? Where you'll actually have people coming in and, talking about a lot of things, talking about, Are maine kaisa kiya? How did I do this edit? How did I do this? Or if you have any question, you can directly ask in the community, right? And then how much time do I need to dedicate every week? I would suggest, my personal recommendation would be, you should at least spend 2 to 3 days just for editing, right? There it is written 12 hours a week, but my suggestion is spend at least 2 to 3 days a week. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it kind of makes you very responsible, right? When you're editing, right? You kind of start building that habit. Like for me also, like nowadays I go to the gym, right? I'm skinny, right? But at the end of the day, it kind of starts building, you know, a nice habit to kind of go to the gym. In the same way, you need to dedicate time for video editing. The best part, once you do this, the amount of effort that you're going to put in to at least build these kind of videos or make videos, it's going to get easier and easier. And once you put in the reps, it'll become much easier, right? Can we go on to the next slide? Right. What if I miss a live session? So if you miss a live session also, do not need to worry, right? We have something called as Teachable, right? Where we'll actually keep all of the recordings. We'll post all the recordings there so that if, say, for example, agar aapko kisi ki बहन की शादी में जाना था, या फिर if you had to go for some football event or something like that, don't worry, you have video on demand, right? You will have all of these videos available on Teachable, right? Will I be guaranteed a job after graduating the course? The answer is no. Now I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, if you don't put in the effort, your job is at your hands, right? We can't literally take you to the pond and make you drink water, right? You have to do it. You have to go there, pick up a glass, take water, and then drink, right? You have to put in the effort. If you don't put in the effort, you cannot get a job, right? If you put in the effort, because I've run 3 cohorts now, right? And I know the kids that have actually changed their lives. There's a guy from my cohort, 15 years old. He's getting offers from movie productions. That's so crazy, so mad, right? He has put in that effort, right? Let's go on to the next question. Can I do this course on my own pace? It is a structured program for sure, right? If you want to do it in your own pace, we also have a self-paced section on Discord, right? But mentor support will be every week. It won't be every day. It will be every week for you. If you're interested for that, you can directly join the cohort, right? And then you will be divided into the self-paced section where whatever assignments you'll be having will be checked on a particular date, right? And whatever classes we are having classes on Saturday and Sunday, right? And if you're a beginner, we also have classes on Friday. Those are the remedial classes so that you guys can, learn the basics quickly and then jump onto pace. Can we go on to the next one? That's it? All right, awesome. Can you stop sharing the screen? And can you open the Q&A section? Let's take like 10 minutes, actually 5 minutes of questions quickly. I want to answer some. Okus, can you also come here if you want to answer some questions?
Okay.
All right. Show me the questions tab. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Let's go down. Let's go to the most
Hey,
downest.
show me the yeah. Can you go up first?
Let's go to the downest.
Downest.
Like to the
Go
latest
to the bottom.
questions.
Go to the bottom. To the end of the.
Okay. What's the discount? So there's a 1,000 rupees discount that when you do when you go to the payment gateway, you will find it at this. There's something called 7 offers. That's where you will be able to get access to it. Those discount codes again will get out by June 18th, 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, it will stop.
So you won't be able to get it. Okay. And in fact, I'm fairly positive the seats will be booked by then. Like Varun has mentioned, we take we don't want to get, lots and lots of this is something that I want to do. This is from my own heart. I really like to create impacts in people's life. Okay. I really want to change kids' life because that is something that I didn't get when I was very young. So when I see 15 years old, 16 years old, I remember this kid who got jobs and now he's making more than his father, and they've moved out of, like, they used to live in a very bad house and they've now rented a better house. He has gifted his mother gold. It's really nice. So that's something to me is like, I really like creating impact. Okay, so I don't want to get 1,000, 10,000 people and make, like, I don't want to run a college, Baba. I really don't. I want to take good people, make them into the best people, okay? Okay, let's go about...
How long will be the cohort? The cohort is structured for 12 weeks. That's 3 months.
SBI debit card EMI option. So we have partnered up with 13 banks. When you go to that Razor Pay gateway, you will be able to get access to those EMI options. We have more credit cards. We don't have that many debit cards. The only debit card we have partnered up with is HDFC debit card, but you need to have that debit card EMI option ready on your personal bank. If it's not happening, then you need to contact your bank and need to get it done via that. To the people who are asking, is loan available? Yes, Bajaj FinServ loan is available. That loan, you can get it to
You can fill the form basically.
Yeah.
Right. It's already on the description. You can just go check it out there.
Yeah.
Right. And if you have any questions about that, you can directly reach out to our WhatsApp. Our support team will be happy to help you.
So I'm aspiring photographer and I am working. Could you help me manage the two? Yes, absolutely. A lot of people who do join us in the previous cohorts were working full time, and then they were able to get access to it. And then they were, while working to the jobs, they learned video editing, and then they switched the entire career into video editing. And that has happened multiple times. In fact, one of of the first students that we showed, Akshat, whose video went viral. He was working, and that because of that video, he shifted and got a new job and stuff like that. So that has happened multiple times. People who are working full time have done this cohort, and it's fairly easy. Will you guys tell us some hacks about video editing now? Not anymore. All the skits, all the hacks have been done. Now, if you want to learn.
13 only we said.
13 we have said.
Yeah, 13. No, it's 13 banks, yeah.
Yeah, we partner with 13 banks. Will you guys tell us about video editing hacks now? Now, if you want to learn video editing hacks, sir, you can join the cohort. We have given you lots of nice hacks, all the AI, all the J cuts, all the L cuts. Now, all it is in cohort.
Okay, do you have any other discount codes about, other than the 1,000 rupees? 1,000 rupees there, sir. It's already there. Not right now. What softwares do we need to buy? Are they must?
Yes, all the softwares that you need to learn are a must.
Yes.
Okay, I think most of the, can I do this course on a laptop? Absolutely. Many of the students do have a laptop. They do use Apple's laptop. They use Acer laptop, all sort of laptop, as much as you, as long as you have like anywhere like from 2018, 2017, if you have a laptop, it works, man. Like I know a lot of like even my editors, like our Aevy videos are edited on a laptop, so it's fine. You don't need a PC. PC is good.
Come down. Can we go down? Quick. Guys, we are just skimming through because there are a lot of questions that are repeated, right? What's the age limit? What is the age?
We don't have.
We don't have any age limit.
Yesterday, I was teaching a newborn baby. He's fairly good. He was gonna be sitting for like we are looking to place him for scalar or something like that. He's good. But yeah, man, like it's like you were recently born. I will teach you. Come.
Someone like I'm a medical student, so will I be able to manage with 12 hours per week? We've had people who've joined from Amazon, from Front Row, and all of that. They've been doing full-time jobs. These people are senior developers.
See, ultimately, it's up to you.
Yes.
See, if you are a medical student, that does not mean you forget to eat. No, it's the same way. Like if you really want to put in the effort, you can. It's not that difficult also. It's, yeah, of course you need to learn, you need to practice, you need to do it again and again and again. But if you, like with AI and if you become, time efficient, you can. It's not that difficult also, come on.
Come down. Let's quickly go through. Okay, this is already repeated. Come down.
Okay, I didn't understand the placement fee point. Okay, so basically, when we started this cohort, we had to, we burn a lot of money in this cohort. Like I said, we have mentors, one-on-one mentors, right? So how many of our students come, we have to divide in some sense and get mentors and to teach you. And these mentors, obviously, they're going to be giving you their time. So we need to compensate them for. We have a sales team, placement team who are working day in, day out to get you placed. Okay, me and Martin already exist, but also there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people here right now managing this entire. So we have a lot of burn while we are doing cohort. We have assignment checkers, we have moderators, we have community we have lots of things, right? We get guests to do. So when we do, there's a lot of burn involved. So what we were doing, we were thinking of, getting higher and higher, the entry fee to be higher and higher. But then some of you guys did text us and they were like, listen, I can't afford more than this. So we were like, okay, I'm going to take all the burn again. This is a stupid move, bad financial decision, but we love you guys. So we're going to take that burn again. All you have to do is if you get placed, again, if you choose to get placed, give me your first, whenever you get your first salary, give me just 25K and I'll figure something out. Okay, I'll figure something out from it and I'll put all that money into, again, running the cohort, getting it better. Otherwise, we'll have to shut this cohort down. Anyway, we are burning money on the YouTube channel.
Also, another thing that I feel is like, especially with coding cohorts and all of these cohorts that are happening outside, they actually charge 3 months. Right? We are not even we are charging 1 month.
No, we're not even charging 1
month.
month. It's capped.
It's capped. It's completely capped actually. It's 25K, right?
Yeah. So if you land a lakh wali jobs, and trust me, this has happened.
That's industry standard. Yeah.
This has happened. So you can, this. I already bought the course. Welcome.
Woohoo!
You're gonna get emails. By the way, guys, you're gonna get emails or calls and responses from our team within the next 48 to 72 hours. As there are a lot of people this time, we have insane amount of people who have joined. This is the most amount of people who have joined and most amount of people who have registered. So it might take a little longer here and there, but do not worry. As long as if you made the payment and you've gotten the Razor Pay receipt, you are done. You're good to go. We will contact you one way or another.
Someone is asking, is this a beginner friendly cohort? Yes, it is. If you're a beginner, if you don't even know how to edit, just join in. Should be fine.
Even if you don't know what editing is, we have created enough remedial class to get you up to speed. Do not worry. Are we going to be using online services in Adobe software? Are there going to be plugins? We are not going to be giving you any plugins. You guys can, with a community, come together and utilize plugins. But we will teach you without plugins.
Also, another thing, we will be actually giving you CTR Hero. There will be 300 credits that every single cohort member is going to get right, from our side.
Yeah.
Right? So don't worry about that.
AlphaCTR access the thumbnail AI tool that you're gonna get. We have partnered up with them. Once you've joined, you're gonna get 300 credits. You're gonna be utilizing them to create more and more thumbnails, and it's gonna be fine. We have taken all the burn out of that as well.
Yes.
Like to generate those images, to use that API, it takes money. So we have taken that burn on to ourselves as well.
Yeah. Can we come down? Quick.
Okay, I think.
I think these are like, we've already answered these questions.
All the questions have been answered.
Someone's saying CA student. I'm a CA student. Can I join this?
Well,
Ayush.
who got
Both of us said it together.
Ayush, who got placed for 30 lakhs, he is a CA dropout. So yeah, man, you can definitely. Can I pay tomorrow morning? See, again, we work on first come first serve basis. You can come in.
There are very limited seats.
As long as seats are limited, as long as seats are there, we will get you in. But let's say tomorrow you call and it turns out seats are gone. Sorry, sir, seats are gone. Then you have to wait for the next cohort.
All right.
I don't know when the next cohort is gonna be there. Right now we have done it 3 after 3. Now I think
the timings of the timings of the live session is going to be for at 6:30 to 9, right, on Saturdays and Sundays.
So we're gonna be announcing whenever, how long. So for example, it's a Saturday. You guys come at 6:30. Before that, you will get an announcement on the community where it said, "Hey guys, today this hour is gonna be there." And let's say we go in a tangent and we need to put in more time. I'm just gonna ask you guys right there. There's gonna be a poll. You guys will vote if we want to continue this session or not. If we want to stop right away. So that is, and I'm gonna keep on answering more questions while Martin fixes something here. What if we do not have placements?
All right. Before I forget, now actually I've gotten something from Achina, right? These are the people who have already paid and they've actually gotten in. There's Ashnir Kher, there is Ravi Dubey, there's Kodali Meena, there is, woohoo, come on guys, can we hear it?
More girls, let's go.
There's Kamal Patrak. Wow, oh my god.
There's actually so
this
many
is going crazy, bro.
Yeah, this is actually...
मेरे को लग रहा है आज ही सीज खत्म होने वाली है.
It's
going viral.
Congratulations. Oh, new people also are joining in. Yeah, we'll read out more names as they come in. The seats
Dude, this is good.
Yeah, they're going little fast.
They are going very fast.
It's difficult to update. Get them updated and we'll probably get more names and we're going to announce them if that is something. E.M.I per month. We mentioned that starting E.M.I will, like, you can go for till as low as 4,000 rupees. It's going to be a 9-month E.M.I.
You can check all the details on the Razorpay page.
Yeah, and Bajaj FinServ is also available. You guys can go and do that. Hey, I'm a kid. Welcome, kid. I'm looking for building an amazing channel like yours. Any tips? Please respond. We will be teaching you how to do YouTube in the cohort itself as well. So you will be able to understand how to build an amazing channel. In fact, so many people from our cohort has already been doing it. We showed you example, people pulling 600K views, getting 12K, 13K, building their personal brands. It's incredible out there, truly. Okay, I'm an electrical engineer. Can I join? As long as you are making those electrical fingers work, my friend, I'm sure you can. Nice. Will you guys tell us some hacks about video editing? Yes, in the cohort. We've done it, Babu. We've taught, go back and watch the webinar. Okay, I think we are done with it. Again, if you're a beginner, yes, you can join. If you've never done editing, yes, you can join. If you didn't know what editing was, yes, you can join. If you know what editing is, yes, you can join. If you're amazing at editing, yes, you can join. If you are a kid, yes, you can join. If you're a small baby, I can try, man. I'm not sure. I'm not recommending like full, okay?
All right. Awesome. I think we are running out of time now. So what we are going to do is we are going to end this meeting. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. I'm telling you one more time, the seats are running out very, very, very fast. So make sure that you register, right? And I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
Take care.
Again,
Bye.
Chat is pinned in the description and on the chat right here. You guys can go and click.
And you can check out all of the other details on AevyTV.com. Okay, you can go check out everything there. If you have any questions, go to the website. There is a WhatsApp number linked down there. Just message us on WhatsApp. Our support team will actually help you out. Okay, chalo, bye. Can we end the meeting?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, AevyTV.com. Any more further questions, you guys can contact us over there. Bye-bye.
End